Classic Metal Show studio.
Hey.
Hey, look, it's our good friend Jizzy. We were just talking about you.
Yeah, my ears were burning.
Are you listening to the show at all?
Yeah, I'm listening right now.
Oh, okay. Only when you're on are you listening.
Well, of course.
Nice. Well, how you doing, Jizzo? We always enjoy having you on the show. You can come on it every week if you'd like.
Am I live right now?
You're live right now.
Jesus. Live in Leeds. Right on. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just got back from UK. Did a blistering tour of the UK. And I still have the blisters to prove it.
Very nice, man. Well, dude, you know, you're out doing the UK, and then you're doing your rare run of the East Coast, man. It's a busy time for you, no?
Yeah, I don't really do that much. I just can't handle it. I did 2 years in a band with Tracy Guns, and you know, it was pretty brutal.
Sure. Was it tough to find cardboard to write "Will Play for Food" on in each venue?
No, because, you know, usually we would just park in the back of a Walmart, and there's always plenty of cardboard available.
Nice.
Well,
no, again, nothing against Tracy, but just, you know, I mean, touring in a van in the States for months at a time is just brutal. I mean,
sure.
You know, when you're in your 20s, it's all fun and games, and, you know, 4 people to a room and banging chicks and trees and bushes and stuff. But, you know,
nice.
when you get into your golden years, it's not quite as fun.
Sure. Now, Jizzy, you told us before you went to the UK that the UK is always out in full force, you know, everywhere that you guys play. How was it this time? Were sold out shows at every stop, or what?
It was. The only show that was a turkey was England was playing soccer or football, as they call it, and it was on the one main television channel, and everybody stayed home for it. So that particular show was a turkey, and aptly enough, the name of the town we played was called Grimsby.
Nice.
So it was an appropriately named town. And the rest of the shows were pretty much sold out, and it was great. It was fun. It was hectic. I mean, it was just.
Well, how do those club owners or promoters, how do they promote over there? Is it a lot like here? Do they have FM radio over there, or do they, you know, do it by print, or how do they do it?
They got electricity. They got hot running water. To be honest with you, I think it's still the internet, and I think it's in a small level with the flyers and stuff like that. But I kind of went overboard on the Facebook. I usually don't, but I really wanted to people observe it. And to be honest with you, a lot of the clubs we played, a lot of the cities, people were coming up going, "Oh, I saw you with Skid Row in 1991, or I saw you 20 years ago, you know, playing with Ozzy and this and that." So I guess it's the power of Facebook, because the shows were well attended, and I signed a bunch of Love Hate vinyl. You know, everyone had it in their little plastic sheets, and it was great. We went to Ireland, went to Northern Ireland, played there. That place was fucking nuts.
Well, without getting into specifics, Jizzy, did you come back with any money in your pocket?
The bottom line?
Yeah, the bottom line. Did you come back with at least more than you left with?
Yes.
Good for you.
I didn't lose my shirt. In fact, I had enough for it to buy another shirt.
Very nice, dude. Well, dude, you probably made enough to not come back with a new shirt from this run, right? Oh, here in the States?
It's different. Like I said, it's the entire reason for doing this run, obviously, is the M3 thing.
Sure.
Which is, will be a big deal. I guess from what I'm hearing, we got bumped up to the main stage, which was pretty cool, actually.
Sure, definitely. Now,
It's on at 8:30 a.m. The breakfast today.
Nice. Well, dude, with M3, you know, how does that work when there are? And this is just because I honestly have no idea. But when you've got 30 bands on a bill, or however many bands it is, I mean, do you guys get paid like you would, you know, in the other shows on this run that you're doing, or do you do it almost for just a little bit of money just because of the exposure, or I never understand how they get paid.
You get paid a lot. These festivals, you get paid a lot more. It's definitely a lot more than you would play, you know, a normal club date or something like that.
Okay, and how do they afford that? Because I know the tickets for M3 are not like crazy priced this time.
I have no clue. You know what I mean? I think they just, you know, it's this big arena, and I guess they just assume. You know how these places are. You know, when you go to a Poison show, something like that, and I don't know what the tickets are. What are they? $60 now?
Yeah, something like that.
But then you got to pay for the parking, and then you got to pay for the food, and then you got to pay $35 for a teacher. So it gets you coming and going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're not paying. I mean, Poison is going to get their money, but all the other vendors, everyone else is going to get their money too. I mean, it's, you know. So I guess that's how they do it. They just, you know, the $20 beers and the.
Right.
I mean, I know the T-shirts are stupidly expensive, but I guess they are everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are, man. So what can I look forward to seeing when I am right front and center at the Tap House here a couple of days before M3?
Well, funny you should mention that Tap House. So you're all going to come down, all you Akronites?
I know I am 100% in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm playing, if you don't mind me doing my 2-second pimping, I'm playing May 1st at the Dead Horse Music Hall. I guess that's Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I was just there last night, Jizzy.
Yeah. May 2 at the Tap House, and May 4, obviously, M3. And then we're doing M3, then we're driving to Long Island to play the Revolution with Warrior Soul in Amityville, New York. And then May 5th, I guess we play a place called Dewey's Pub, which is very exciting. Seymour, Connecticut, right? So, but as far as what you can expect to hear Robbie Crane play the shit out of that bass, and Gary played the shit out of his guitar, and our new drummer Matt play all those lovely songs note for note. So we bust our ass in England, and so we're nice and tight. And we're ready to play. So expect to hear the songs played quite well.
Will we hear any songs from Shrinking Violet?
No, they won't. Unless you're singing them in the parking lot.
Well, Jizzy, I was just at that Dead Horse Saloon last night, as a matter of fact, down in McKee's Rocks in Pittsburgh. And very small stage, very small room, so I guess you could promote it as an intimate setting.
I will promote it as an intimate. Well, you just didn't you? How far is that from Akron? It's like an hour or two, right?
Yeah, it's 2 hours. It's 90 minutes.
Yeah. That's what's cool about England is that all the shows are basically a few hours from each other, and so you just don't get you don't get the shit beaten out of you on those 9-hour drives.
Right. How far is that drive for you guys from M3 to New York?
3 hours, 4 hours and change. You know, that New Jersey Turnpike. It can either be a breeze or it can be a nightmare. But, yeah, you know, I mean, we're looking forward to doing the M3 thing and a couple of shows here and there. And then I'll probably go back to my Unabomber shack and make explosives.
Now you're living back in Vegas again, right?
Yeah, my chick is Def Leppard has this residency here at the Joint at the Hard Rock, and so her and her friends all rented limo, so they're all grouping down on Def Leppard.
Nice. Nice. Well,
which is fine. You know what I mean? Which is fine. I just I won't be pouring any sugar on myself this evening.
Right. Exactly. Well, Jizzy, I'm glad to see that you're coming to the East Coast, per se. I mean, it's been a while since you played some shows over here. I mean, periodically you get the bug and decide to go out there and regale the fans, with the love-hate music, and should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I mean, financially, economically, it's tough. It's just tough. I mean, I pay, my guys are real guys. You know what I mean? They're not guys that dress up Hot Topic and, $50 a night guys. And so it's too expensive.
Sure.
For me to go out on tour all the time because, just money's not there.
Right.
So, I go out sparingly and keep it fun. And everyone has a good time, and we play good music, and it's all good.
Well, I literally feel for you guys, who are out there, touring and playing and making a living. And Chris and I are going to discuss a little bit about people who are very talented, performers, and they just don't recoup, the money. And it's not all about the money, but I get it, but you got to make a living. And we feel bad about that when somebody goes out and does their craft and they go home broke. And that's one of the things that I've tried to do with the Classic Metal Show over the last 18 years is give, artists such as yourself, anybody, an opportunity to get out there and hopefully get your fans out there to see you. And I hope a lot of people come out to see you here at the Tap House in Akron or at M3 or in any of the other shows that you're doing along your run.
Yeah, it's when the money was good, people spent the money, and now when money's tight, all the musicians bemoan the fact that they don't have the 401ks and they don't have the pension plans and they don't have, you know what I mean? It's the smart thing to do is to have saved a little bit of money along the way, so you're not completely dependent on touring 6 or 7 months out of the year, in your 50s. That would fucking suck.
Right. All right.
Well, you know what I mean? And a lot of people that I know who shall remain nameless, that's how they live. I mean, that's how they're forced to kind of grind it out night after night after night. And it's just, maybe they should have saved that money when they had those gold records. You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
So what do you do? Sell drugs. Hey, what the hell?
at least sell them, but not beyond them.
Well, no, that's the trick, isn't it? Don't get high on your own supply.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, Jizzy. Well, why don't you tell people how they can find you? I know there's 3 or 4 of you out there on Facebook, so why don't you let people know where they can find the real one?
The real one. I got the Book of Face like everyone else, and that's pretty much my networking thing, and the Reverb Nation, of course, and stuff like that. You just gotta have to find the real me. There are a couple of imposters, but I get there's a couple of probably Tommy Lee imposters and a couple of Nikki Sixx imposters. I mean, I don't know why people would do that, but hey, it's weird.
Well, maybe you could write a song or maybe a story about it in maybe a forthcoming book or something. Yeah,
maybe I will. Maybe I will do that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Jizzy, I was actually reading your Angst for the Memories last week. and enjoying it as much as I did the first time I read it.
Yeah, you know, that's the most hardcore of the 3 books. When I was writing the stories for it, you know, there was a lot of the material in it. I was actually a little afraid to put it in the book because it was so gnarly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, no, I'm totally serious, because you're looking at this stuff and you're just going, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? I mean, what are people going to think? They're going to think you're crazy, or they're, you know, or mental, or something like that. But in the end, I opted to put them all in the book, and yeah, that's a great book.
Well, I'd like to see you do more somewhere down the road, so hopefully you'll have it in you and maybe do another one.
Well, maybe so. Maybe so. You know, I wrote one of the stories in my first book in Akron.
I know. It was over at Ron's Crossroads. You were walking down the street over by Ron's Crossroads and talking about the vagrant who stopped you and talked about wearing the black clothes and why do you wear the black clothes, and you know, I remember that story very well.
Yeah, that was those were the days, man, when I was when we were young. When we were young and getting assaulted by hobos.
All right, Jizzy. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you at the end of the month, first part of May, at the Tap House. What is it, Chris? The Tap House? What do they call
Tap
it?
House concert venue on May the 2nd.
And the Dead Horse Saloon in McKees Rocks,
And you guys are going to M3, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll see you guys at the lunch set.
What do you mean? We're looking for free tickets, Jizzy. Come on.
What am I, Santa Claus? Jesus Christ.
Well, which is it, Jizzy? Is it Santa Claus or Jesus Christ? I'm not really sure. Both of them are giving gifts to the world.
If I had to choose, I mean, depending on my circumstances, I would probably say I'm closer to Jesus, and that I felt his pain.
Right.
Yeah. You have hung on the cross.
Yeah. Definitely have. All right, man. Well, thank you for the little bit out, and I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks in Akron, and I'll hopefully see a lot of you guys at M3. And we go on early, I guess Saturday we go on early, but I think our main stage, so should be rocking.
Excellent. All right, Jizzy, we're going to close out this interview with a song called I Am the Snake.
Okay.
Any stories there?
Yeah. The reason it didn't make the Wasted in America record was because I thought it sounded like a great song.
Okay.
And we didn't like Great White at the time. I don't know why, but that's the reason it didn't make the record, because it is kind of bluesy.
Right.
You know what I mean? It is a little bluesy, and maybe didn't fit in with the rest of the material. I don't know.
Nice.
I'll get in trouble for that last statement, but fuck it.
All right, Jizzo. Well, you're welcome to be on the show anytime, and I really mean that. So we're looking forward to seeing you, and go out there and check out Love Hate when they come around to the East Coast and M3 and all that good stuff. So here it is. It's Love Hate with I Am the Snake exclusively here
on your classic metal show.